This meeting of the House Committee on Veterans Affairs will come to order. And we have an important hearing today, but before we get started, I have a couple housekeeping things. First, of course, I ask unanimous consent that all members may have 5 legislative days in which to revise and extend a remark. Hearing no objections, so ordered. We also have to consider a resolution to designate a new Democratic subcommittee assignment to include our newest member of the committee, Don Cazu. Don, make sure we do it right, huh? Cazu. Don agreed to fill the vacancy on the Subcommittee on Health, which was made available when Mike Doyle resigned from the committee. The Democratic members of the committee agreed to the assignment on June 17th, and now it is before the full committee to approve the actions of the Democratic caucus. And the list of the Democratic members of the Subcommittee Health are in front of you, and would ask for a motion to approve the resolution.
I so move.
That's okay. Okay, Mr. Hare. We want to buy in Mr. Booyer on this. Motion made by Mr. Booyer, seconded by Ms. Berkeley. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries unanimously. Mr. Cazu, we welcome you to the Subcommittee of Health. We're looking forward to your participation. And I from talking to you, I know, as representing of a rural area, there's lots of problems of access, and we intend to be looking at this as a committee, but also in the areas that you also represent.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and members, as well as Ranking Member Bouyer and Chairman Michaud and Sub-Chairman Michaud. I'm honored to serve on this subcommittee. Obviously, it's a committee that I believe is essential to helping secure benefits for those who put their bodies on the line every day, and I'm honored to be able to serve, and I'll work hard as a member of this subcommittee to assure that the veterans of this country achieve and assure the benefits that they deserve. But thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. And welcome to the committee and subcommittee, probably meeting this week already.
Thank you.
We thank all the members of the committee, our witnesses, and those of you who are here to watch the proceedings. Like many people in this country, I was appalled when the Washington Times published an article revealing that the VA was and continues to use Chantix, the drug Chantix, in so-called Cooperative Studies Program 519, that is smoking cessation treatment for veterans with PTSD. Some veterans with PTSD enrolled in a VA smoking cessation study were being and continue to be administered Chantix. The drug did receive FDA approval in May of 2006. However, on November 20th of 2007, the FDA issued an early communication about an ongoing safety review of Chantix. It revealed that FDA had received reports of, quote, suicidal thoughts and aggressive and erratic behavior in patients who have taken Chantix. At this point, I believe a prudent course of action would have been for the VA to suspend the study and immediately notify all patients of the possible danger. The loss of any veteran to suicide would be a tragedy, and since December 2007, this committee has held 2 hearings regarding the issue of veteran suicide, and that's why I fail to understand why the VA did not react when the FDA issued the early communication concerning the dangerous side effects of Chantix. A few months later, in February of 2008, the FDA issued a public health advisory stating, quote, Chantix may cause worsening of current psychiatric illness even if it is currently under control, and may cause an old psychiatric illness to occur. Symptoms may include anxiety, nervousness, tension, depressed mood, unusual behaviors, and thinking about or attempted suicide. According to the records we have, the VA waited until the end of February 2008, that is a month later, to send a letter and new consent form to study participants to notify them of the dangers associated with Chantix. The letter informed patients that they may experience an increase in psychiatric symptoms such as anxiety, nervousness, tension, depression, as well as untoward changes in behavior. It failed to mention in that letter that Chantix may lead to suicide, ideation, or attempted suicide. That fact was buried in a consent form. And we have to put this in the context of issues that we've had with the VA on statistics about suicide, of taking the issue seriously. We had 2 hearings, as I said recently, where there seemed to be an attempt to downplay the numbers, a real lack of speed in giving this committee information that the VA had, and downplaying, in fact, the sense that if you have 1,000 suicide attempts per month of veterans in your care, something is wrong. And that's the context in which we're viewing this particular situation. Whatever warning was issued, it was too late for Mr. Elliott, an Army veteran of OIF. In February, as he will, I think, tell us soon, he suffered a psychotic episode that led to a confrontation with the police. And Mr. Elliott, I appreciate your being here today. I know it's not easy to talk about these things, and we appreciate your interest in helping other veterans as well as yourself. As I said, there's a series of incidents that have given us concern about this. Suicides in Dallas, for example, emails suggesting that VA providers downgrade the diagnosis of PTSD to adjustment disorders, to an email downplaying the epidemic of suicides in the VA. They have caused all of us on this committee, I think, to question the VA's accountability measures and the Department's dedication to addressing the mental health needs of our returning service members. So we want to look at not only the exact procedures for handling human research subjects and determining whether they were followed in the design and execution of this smoking cessation study, and explore whether there was adequate oversight of the study. I'd like to also find out about VA's responsibility to respond to FDA advisories and VA's decision to continue to use Chantix, a suicide-inducing drug, on veterans with PTSD. But I think in a larger sense, we use this hearing today to ask the VA to take responsibility, to hold people responsible for numerous issues that have been identified over the last few months. Both emails that have become public because of really legal action, not because they were just given to us, were explained by the VA with the term they were unfortunate. These were more than unfortunate. These involve life and death of the soldiers and veterans under our care. When this the Texas email that said, given that we are having more and more compensation-seeking veterans, I'd like to suggest that you refrain from giving a diagnosis of PTSD straight out. Consider adjustment disorder. 4 patients committed suicide in Dallas, and the psychiatric ward was forced to close. And we keep hearing time and time again, but do not see any action for any sense of responsibility. Talk is cheap, especially apparently when it comes to the safety and well-being of our veterans. We have seen, I think, many members of this committee have seen, we see a pattern in all of these. It's deny, 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 and then when caught and confronted, it's cover up, cover up, cover up. And then minimizing the importance of the issue or show that this particular veteran is merely an anomaly. But no one is held accountable, and the system goes on. When questioned on this, and in the various articles that have appeared, the VA immediately wants to defend the process that is being followed. This is not about the process, it's about the veteran. And the question really today, when will the VA stop being the veteran's adversary in these processes and start being the veteran's advocate? We're talking about our veterans, our children. We want them defended.